So I've always been a evolution over resolution kind of guy. And after doing a random Google search, looking for the official meaning between the two, knowing what I know now, I can better understand why I both consciously and subconsciously embrace this concept I made for myself. While having a resolution is absolute, definitive, final, and definitely scary, evolution gives more breathing room to make mistakes, quit, and hopefully start over again, especially if you've been getting high off your bad choices. At this point, have I had a change of heart to this concept? Not quite. But peradventure, if I did decide to go all in on this idea of resolutions, this is what I would bring over from the previous year. Mindset. Life happens for you and not to you. I've learned as we breathe in and out, life is a continuous exchange. So it's not only the way you perceive or experience a person, it's also how people experience you. This thinking as a result has caused me to be more present in my interactions with my loved ones, my friends, and everyday people. It's also helped me to forgive and exercise empathy to others. Whereas my old way of thinking would seek revenge, hold a grudge because I'm offended. I can now understand that a person may not know that they offended me. So that means I may have to express that and create quick boundaries moving forward. I'm also not entitled to anyone's love, respect, or anything in between. I can only be responsible for me. So that's where I apply the golden rule of doing unto others. Simply, if I want respect, I treat others with respect. If I want love, well, you know. And if that person reciprocates, well, congratulations. I've just earned myself a healthy relationship. If not, that's okay. Move on. Self-care. Last year was the first year in my professional career that I denied or passed on work assignments simply because I needed to recalibrate my mind or rest my body. This may be obvious to some, but having a clear and less burdened mind helped me in decision making and overall mood. And this blew my mind. In those isolated events, I realized self-care does not only work inwards, but simultaneously outwards, whether subconsciously or consciously. If I'm breeding chaos, I can only give chaos. On the other hand, if I breed love, peace, joy, gratitude, well, that's all I can give. Boundaries. Creating boundaries simplifies your state of being emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But in order to create those boundaries, you must first know your limits and be honest with yourself. Too often we skip this part and freestyle life to then blame the things around us as to why we're emotional wrecks. We also have to understand that boundaries is a two-way street. Too often we're focused on the who and the what we're keeping out and neglect the accountability part that needs to happen from within. We also need to identify our best self. For example, I realize I'm at my best when I'm at peace, when I'm filled with joy, receiving love and giving love in my unique way, amongst other things. So moving forward, I choose to live life in a state of peace, joy, gratitude, love, etc. And finally, be your best self. Be present to your current state of being. And if you identify any emotions outside of your best self, quickly process them and align back to your best self.